Hello, 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 everyone. Hold on, let me turn my camera around this way. There we go. Now everybody can see me and I can see you. How is everyone doing? Hello, high net worth nanny. Yes, girlfriend. Let me tell you the story. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, 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 yes. Hello, hello, hello. Uh, is it Deanna? Hi, Miles. Yes, yes, yes. Chef Stephanie. Yep, yep, yep. Where what? You too cute for jail. I know, right? I am too cute for jail. But I almost went there. Y'all. Okay, let me adjust this camera. Let me get started on this story because my hip is hurting. I'm not gonna be here long. Uh 2 days ago, I went back to work on Wednesday. No, Tuesday. Yeah, that's when it was. Tuesday. Okay, so it's getting hot outside, so we go to the park earlier now. The same child that have been playing with for the last 2 or 3 months at the park. There's like 5 kids. All of us come to the park at the same time. All our kids are 2 and under, and we all play together. Well, we get to the park, and 3 of the kids have not made it there yet. There's another child there, and he's on the baby swing. He's the same age, I mean, born the same day as the little girl I care for. So she decides she wants to swing. So we go, and who you fought? Get girl, it was all, take the earrings off, grease up the knuckles. It was almost there. Let me tell the story, fairy god nanny. Um, so we get on the swing, and the other baby is just swinging. And I'm looking around. I'm like, where's this child's nanny? Because she's at the park. She's usually there with him. And I'm looking around. There is nobody there with this child. He is on the swing, just swinging along. And I'm looking around and I'm looking around. I'm like, where is this child's nanny? Now, yes, I will save it. Um, Thank you for joining me, High Net Worth Nanny. Hi, Fibro Nanny. Hello, hello. Okay, so as the child is swinging, going back and forth, I'm looking around. Where is this child's nanny? I can't find her. We know this child, and this child speaks another language. He does not, English is not his first language. And I'm like, er? So I start standing between the two swings. There's two baby swings. My baby is in one, and this other child is another. And they both look at each other, start laughing, and start kicking their feet. And they're kicking and they're kicking and they're kicking. And all of a sudden, his swing starts to tilt. Because, mind you, these are baby swings and they're like buckets. And he kicks and leans forward, and his swing starts to tilt. I didn't even think about where is the child's nanny. I went over to grab the other child, and he screams. And about 5 seconds later, I hear, I got him. I turn around, I see the nanny's friend because this woman has been to the park with the nanny, this child's nanny, several times. So I recognize her face, and she says, I got him. And I just look at her, and I push him back up into the swing, and I start swinging him. She said I got him. I said, well, where were you when he was almost falling out of the swing? Now, mind you, as I'm looking around earlier, I see her over on the bench. That's not even inside the mulch area where the swings are. She's over on the green bench sitting. I'm like, okay, I see her friend. The nanny's got to be here somewhere. So I'm looking. Maybe she went to the bathroom. I don't know. And then she says, I got him. I said, okay. I said, where's his nanny? Well, she's at home sick. I'm taking care of him today. I said, well, then you need to take better care of this child because you are putting this child in danger. And she just looks me up and down like, who the heck are you? And I'm looking at her up and down like, no, you didn't. When it comes to kids, don't mess with the babies because I'm not the one. I am not the one. If you put in somebody else's child, this is not even your child. If you putting somebody else's child in danger that you are getting paid for to take care of, no, I'm not the one. I don't have to be getting paid for taking care of your child, the one you're supposed to be caring for. If something goes down, if that child's in danger, I'm not gonna let stand around and like, oh well, it's not my child, it's not my responsibility. I'm gonna be the first one to jump in and help. Cause see, I know I have trained my child. Do not stand up in that swing. We have gone over the rules every time we go swing. So I'm like, you need to stay within arm's length of this child. This child is 1.5 years old. He cannot be responsible for swinging by himself. He cannot be left alone in this swing by himself. And she looks at me again like, mm-hmm. So she goes behind the swing and she pushes him a couple of times. And I've gone about my business and I'm playing with my baby. And they still looking at each other, laughing and talking like he don't even know what went on. He don't even know he was in danger of falling. And so I'm pushing her and I said, you ready to get out? And she goes, yes, Toya, it was a baby swing. And you know, they're like a bucket and they will tip. So I'm sitting there and I'm swinging her. I said, are you ready to get out? So I went behind her because she likes to look behind her. And it's the cutest little picture. So I'm filming her. I'm filming my baby. And as I'm filming, the woman walks across through my filming, and she goes and sit again on the outside because the swings are in this big, huge rectangle with mulch. Now this is like the wooden mulch that I have picked out of my child's hands. You know, little splinters that have gotten her hands. I have taken them out. This is the wooden mulch. And if they fall, she has fallen and scraped her knees on some of this mulch. Now imagine him falling out of a baby swing, and you know kids fall the weirdest ways. They don't fall and jump up and go. They fall the weirdest ways, and he could have gotten hurt seriously. And she walks past my across my screen, and she goes and sits outside of the rectangle on this big huge rock. And she sits there and she looks directly at me. And I'm looking directly at her. I was like, I'm gonna snatch up your baby because I know where you live. I have walked past your house every day that I come to work. I know where this baby lives. I know what the mama looked like. I never talked to her. I said, but you about to make me go to jail today because I'm gonna wring your neck and I'm gonna take the baby home and deliver the baby to safety. I was so mad. I was so hot that I didn't leave the park until she left the park with that baby. It was past time for us to go home for lunch, but I was not going to let her put that baby in danger. Not no more. Not under my watch. Not while I can do something about it. I said, baby girl, here's your snacks. Here's your water. Munch on these because we're going to watch this baby until this baby goes home today. I was livid, y'all. I cannot stand it when a child is in danger and you know you're putting your child in danger. Maybe you didn't know the first time that it wasn't safe, but after I told you, don't leave this child, do not put this child's life in danger, and she walks right past me and goes and sit on the bench. God had to hold me. Jesus had to rock me Cause I was finna go off on this woman. I was finna go snatch her up and bring her back to the swing with this baby. Now, see, if I had taken the baby and taken him out of the swing and put him on the ground, she'd been ready to say something to me. But I got her on film. So if it come back to me, I got proof. Okay? So I didn't have to call the fairy god nanny to come and bail me out of jail. I would have had to use some of your funds, Sherry. I would have had to use some of the fairy god nanny funds to get myself out of jail because I was straight headed there because I am, like I said, I am not the one. And I know many of the nanny community, we're all like this. It's not just me. We are, most of us are like this. If I'm going to have somebody substituting for me, taking care of my child, I'm going to know who they are. I'm going to know their temperament. I will have watched them take care of their own kids before I tell them, come work with me, come work for me. Or I will tell the mom and daddy, you're going to have to find somebody that you trust to come and take care of your child. No, no, no. I'm sorry. I've been holding that in. I had to get that out, y'all. I had to get that out. And I could not post um, a video of it because that's just wrong. But I had to talk that out. I had to get that off my chest because I've been holding that for 2 days. And I'm just like, whoo, y'all don't know. I was ready to fight. You could probably see fire coming out of my ears. I was so mad because she blatantly left the child in the swing after I told her not to. I know I'm not your mama. I know I'm not your boss, but I am a concerned citizen. I am a concerned child care provider. Technically, I should have reported her to the police. But I don't want this child taken away from mama and daddy because they trusted the nanny's friend to take care of the child. I had to think long and hard about this. What do I do? Do I report it to the mama? Do I tell the mama this? Do I go around there to the house? Do I take the baby back home to the mama? How am I going to push two strollers at the same time? All of these things went through my mind as I'm sitting at the park watching this woman with this baby. Yes, Toya, she left him sitting in the swing and went and sat down. If you can't, if your back is hurting, bring a chair, do something. Don't leave that child. And yes, she went and sat in the shade because the swings are out in the sunshine where it's 90 plus degrees. We all hot. Bring some water, drink some water, cool off. That's what I did with my babies. I bring water and I bring an extra bottle of water to the park so that she would have some extra water. If somebody else needs some extra water, we all five of us, we all bring extra snacks and we all bring extra water because we are a group now and we take care of each other. If somebody runs out of snacks here, we got an extra bag. If somebody runs out of water here, I bought an extra bottle of water. Everybody has extra water. Everybody has extra snacks, just in case a little child comes to the park and they don't have any. That's how close our little group is. We take care of one another. And I'm just like, no, 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 not on my watch. And if you hear a nanny say not on my watch, that means something went on or is going on that she does not want to be happening. Exactly, Toya. You don't trust just anyone with your children. Exactly. Exactly, exactly, exactly. And if I can't find in good conscience, if I cannot find someone that's close to my temperament, because I don't want nobody yelling at my child, scaring my baby, I don't want it to come back on me because that's my judgment. I suggested that person. That's a reflection of me. And if I'm telling you, oh, this is a good person for your child, they'll take care of them, they'll do this, they'll do that. They're almost like me in temperament. And if I can't say that about that person, I'm not going to suggest that person. I know three or four good people that where I am, I will tell them, okay. Other people say, can do you have any suggestions? Yes, I have some people that are looking for jobs. I don't know them well enough to suggest them or recommend them for this job. So you interview them, you do the background check, do the reference check. I'll give you pointers on how to vet them. I said, but I don't know them well enough to recommend them personally because I have not seen them in action. I have not seen them taking care of other people's children. Therefore, I cannot, in good conscience, recommend them. That's just how I am. If I could clone myself, I would. 50 million times I would clone myself so I can go help everybody. But I can't. So if you are not close in temperament, I don't know you. I don't know how you take care of your children. Toya, I would recommend her to anybody. That's my sister. I know how she cares for her children. I know what she does. I've seen her in action. If you watch her on Facebook and anywhere else, all over social media, her child, her her children, not just her child, because she has three girls, all of them, all of them fearless little girls, but they respect their mama because she has taught them kindness and respect and lets them make choices, gives them opportunities to make decisions, all while being within a boundaries. There are boundaries to their decisions, but she lets them make those decisions. And if you let a child make choices while they're young, just little choices between the red shoes or the blue shoes. Do you want to wear your pink bathing suit or the white bathing suit? Whatever the choice, the little choices may be, when you give them choices and you give them opportunities to make good choices, um, the choice between the right and wrong, and sometimes you have to let a child experience what we call consequences or cause and effect. This is the choice that you made. So we're going to see what happens. Sometimes it's an experiment to see what happens. Sometimes you already know what the outcome is going to be, and you're standing right there to catch them because you knew what was going to happen when they tried to do whatever the choice that they made. But sometimes you have to let them make that choice in front of you so they can see in a safe environment what happens instead of them trying to sneak around and try to make that choice and they end up hurt. That's how I am. I know that's how Toya is. And I know how she raises her children. I would recommend her 50 million times to anyone because I know her. I've seen her in action. Anybody else? Maybe not. So I'm not in jail, y'all. But if I see her again at the park tomorrow, because we will be going to the park tomorrow. We didn't go to the park today because it rained. But if I see her tomorrow at the park, fairy godnanny, get your funds ready. Because I may need you to come bail me out. And I'm serious. If I would almost go to jail over my own kids, fighting for their right, fighting for them because they were on the right side of the law and somebody on the wrong side of the law trying to accuse them of something wrong. If I'm gonna go to jail, it's gonna be over a child. It ain't gonna be over an adult unless the adult is abusing the child or putting the child in danger. But it took me a minute. I had to think about that, y'all. Seriously, y'all, I get a lot of compliments and I get a lot, and I truly, truly appreciate you all. All the mamas like, oh, I had you. I wish I had you. But there's a part of me that will die trying to save a child, who will go to jail over saving a child. It don't even have to be my child. But if I see as someone that is endangering a child deliberately, oh, it's gonna be on and popping. I had to think, and my first thought was, how is baby girl gonna get home if I go to jail? Are they gonna let me call her mom and daddy? Are they gonna think I kidnapped her because I didn't bring her permission slip? And that's the honest truth. Nannies are now having to get permission slips. I mean, written letters from parents saying that you have the right to watch my child. Yes, I gave her permission to take care of my child. Yes, Heath, I'll go to jail. I know that's right. I think I came on for the perfect one. Yes, Danielle. Yes, yes, this is the perfect one. But yes, I'm not the one. I'm still and I'm talking, I know I'm talking loud because I am so passionate about this, and when I get angry, I get loud. So I know I'm still angry about it. I know I'm still fighting the right and wrongness of the decisions that I made. But I'm telling y'all now, y'all might have to run down here and get me. I call my sisters, my ride or dies, come get me. And all they say is, okay, who we need, where we need to bury the body, and who we need to kill. That's all that's all we need to know. I ain't gonna ask no more questions. Fibro Daddy, I love you. She says, I'm gonna pop you off that off that bench. This is your space, be loud. Yes, I am so loud about this. I cannot stand it. Uh, I cannot stand it. I'm usually people asking me, speak up, I can't hear you. And oh, you're the baby whisperer. You have that soft voice. But get me, woo! Yes, this scenario, yes, it has me upset. And Patricia, it's the truth. It was not a scenario. It was, ooh, when I tell you, there's another side to me. See, um, my name is Angela, but Gila came out of me the other day because Gila wanted to go over and go, but I couldn't do that. I could not, first of all, let the kids see me doing that because it ain't right. Because I try to teach them how to use your words, talk it out. But there comes a time, and my mom and dad taught me there comes a time when it's fight or flight. And if someone is beating up on you, or someone is trying to hurt you, to defend yourself, well, that baby can't defend himself. So guess who? Guess who was defending that baby? I just, what happened? Say la vie. Okay, so there was a child that was on the baby swing, left alone. The regular nanny was not with them, and the baby almost fell. I caught the baby screamed, and then the woman who was taking care of them came over and said, I got him. And I just politely told her not to leave the baby Well, not so politely. I can't say politely. I not so politely told her don't leave this baby alone because a 1.5 year old cannot be responsible for swinging by themselves with you 20 to 30 feet away. You need to be within uh, an arm's reach of this child because their brains are on and popping like this. And there's a different thought process. And they're at the age at 18 months old where um, they're trying to outsmart you. They think everything is funny. Even when they're doing wrong, they think it's funny. They don't have that sense of this is right or this is wrong. They know it's right or wrong, but you know, uh, this is funny to me. So they're going to do what they want to do. But when I told her to leave the child, not to leave the child alone, she stood there for a few minutes. She pushed him on the swing, and then she went and sat back down in another area that was still 20 or 30 feet away from the child and stared me down like, say something. And it was everything, it took everything within me not to go run over there and snatch her up and make her stand there by that child. And I stayed at the park until they left for the day, which was about 20 minutes after the time that we usually leave for baby girls uh, going home for lunch. I wanted to make sure that she did not leave that child alone, or I just wanted to supervise the child while I was there because I wanted to make sure that child was safe. And I almost did one of these numbers, but she knew I was watching her. She knew I was watching her. But yeah, I just yeah, okay. Somebody made a comment. Every time I'm at the park with the kids I'm caring for, I care about all the kids at the playground. I care about all kids' safety. Yes, yes. I think all I think all of the nannies that are worth their medal, and when I say that, uh, they're worth their weight in gold. It's not just our children. We don't just take care of our children. We care about everyone's children. I understand, Patricia. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Um, I'm just. I am almost in tears right now because the thought of that child falling, the thought of him being left alone, and he didn't even know he was left. He didn't even know he was in danger. It's stuff like that that just it hits me in the gut, and I get so angry because I'm like, who left you with this child? Why? And that's why I do what I do. That's why I mentor. That's why I empower, I encourage, I teach, because sometimes you don't know you're endangering a child. I get that. Sometimes you don't know, but I've been doing this for over 40 years and I could see the path that happens because I've seen it too many times, too many years. The path, this will eventually happen. If you keep letting your child do this, this is going to happen. If you keep letting your child do that, you're going to do that. I've had parents say, how did you know? Because I have been working with children for so long, and children's behaviors at certain ages are pretty much the same. I have done case studies on children, and too many case studies. I've done too many observations not to know to look ahead and say, okay, this not going to end well. Let me go and let's redirect. I am the queen of redirection. How about we go over here and do this and make it seem like it's the best thing since sliced bread? Because I know If I tell you, no, you can't do this, you're going to be so determined to do this that you're still going to end up hurting yourself and then pitching a fit and falling out on the floor and all. So I am the queen of redirection so that you don't get hurt, so that um, you find something exciting to play with, and everything is a-okay. You did the right thing, Miss Andrew. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just trying. I just, oh, I got to do my part. Breathe it out. I got frustrated too. Oh, I know. Oh, truth. Test their bodies. Yes, they're testing their bodies. Yes, they're testing their bodies, and they're doing so many different things. Um, Especially at 2 years old, I mean 18 months old, that's when they started getting that independent mode. Do you need some help? No, 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 I do it. I do it. I want them to be able to do. I want them to be independent. I want them to be able to do all the things that they want to do, but I know the capabilities of your body. I will let you test it. As long as we're in a safe environment, I will let you test the limits of your body. I will let you test the ability, the limits of your brain power, how you figure things out. We had to change the little stove because of the stove. Um, I'll call a little engineer because she's always figuring out things, and we're having to upgrade on everything because now that she's older, it's like, oh, I saw you do that. Let me do this, and then I do that, and she figures it out. She can reach the doorknobs now. She's 34 inches. She's tall. She's 34 inches. Now imagine how much higher when she raises her arm. Imagine how much taller she is. She's reaching up and trying to turn doorknobs to get out. So we have gates on the outside of the doors so that if I have her inside the room and it's nap time, she'll run to the door and she has run to the door, open the door, and out out the room. I'm like, no. So when I close the gate, I say, okay, close the door. She'll close the door. She'll sit there for 5 minutes and then she'll go unlock the door and she runs into the gate and she's like, I'm like, yeah, I got smarter than you because you are figuring things out. We had to change out the knobs on the stove. I did this nice little recommendation about the little safety first things. Nope, not anymore. Guess who got smarter and figured out how to pop them open and turn the gas on? Nope, not anymore. So we upgraded. So when your kids are testing things and are testing boundaries and limits and their brain power and figuring things out, let them, let them in a safe environment, let them put padding on the floor and let them go for it. But make sure it's in a safe environment. Bad nannies be the bane of my existence. Yes, 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 Mama too Max. Yes, there are some bad nannies out there, but there are some wonderful nannies out there. And nannies that are just like me who did the same thing I did, watched that child like a hawk until they left the park. And I'm telling y'all, I'm so serious. If she's at the park tomorrow when we go to the park and she leave that baby, I'm gonna have to haul that child home and tell his mama. I can't do it twice. I cannot do it twice. I cannot sit back and let you put that child, let you put that child in danger and not say anything. Perhaps, hopefully, this adult reflected later on your concern for Lou. I hope she did. I hope she did. I hope she did. Because, okay, so do you all have any questions? I'm done ranting now. Thank you for listening. I'm done ranting, but I knew that I had nannies in the audience, and you all would understand exactly where I'm coming from. And you have probably seen bad nannies, probably different circumstances or different situations. But I'm sure that you have probably encountered them and probably said something to a few nannies yourselves. So yeah, it's whew. If y'all have any questions, please just feel free to ask. Let me look up here and see if I have any. I think I came on the right perfect one. I haven't been on in a while. Missed your lives. Well, we missed you too. Thank you all for all the love and the likes. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Um, and while I don't have any questions, oh, I get it. Props to you for speaking up. Thank you, Patricia. Um, while I have you all here, any advice for people with 1 year olds? When you say 1 year olds, how it depends on what stage of 1 year old your child is in. So, how old is your 1 year old? Because if it's closer to 12 months, that's one stage. If they're closer to 18 months in the middle, that's another stage. If they're closer to 2 years old, that's a totally different stage. Just turned one last Sunday. Oh, you got a young one. You got a young one. Um, is your baby walking? Is it Ninja Nay? I think that's what your name is. Um, walking, almost running. Okay, cool. Um, I would suggest um, that running. Just be aware that at 1 year, just turning one, when they're walking and starting to run, that they get tripped up easily. Yes, they are adventurous. They want to be into anything and everything, and they will pull everything out and not want to clean up. So start do if you haven't started helping them clean up or having them to clean up, start doing hand over. When I say hand over fist, hand over hand, take his hand, put it on the toy. Even if you have to do this and grab the toy yourself, and take his hand and put it in the bucket and grab several more. And it's start out with like 3 or 4 things for as long as he will allow you to do it. But teach them how to clean up behind themselves. My 18-month-old, we don't go to another project. We don't go to another outside or to another room or to another play area until we clean this one up. And she knows, okay, go pick that one up. Okay, you've got this. And describe everything to your child so that they know what objects are. Pick up the spoon, pick up the red ball. Be very descriptive, because I like to use what I like to call unconventional teachable moments. If you're very descriptive, if you just say, go get the ball, yes, they know it's a ball. But if it's a red ball, go pick up the red ball. Let's pick up the blue ball, because you're showing them things in their environment and the colors that go with that thing in their environment. You may have a blue chair. Let's put your blue chair back up under the red table. Let's So you're describing the chair, you're describing the table, you're describing the colors, and and you describing a concept over and under. Let's put your blue chair up, back up under the red table. Under means it's going to slide underneath the table. Let's put your puppy dog on top of the table. Let's get your puppy dog, your stuffed animal, your bear, or whatever, and let's put it on top of the table. Let's put this on the shelf. Let's slide it in, slide it out. As you're talking, give concepts, give colors, give descriptions, so that they are learning about their environment. They are learning about colors. They are learning concepts. That I'm always on. I'm always a teacher. So I'm always on. And I'm always describing things. So now when I say pick up the red ball, she goes and gets the red ball. Okay, put the blue ball over here with the blue balls. She is learning how to sort by color. She's learning to sort by object name. The balls are the balls. Okay, take the red scarf and put it with the other red scarves. Take the blue scarf and put the other blue scarves. Well, now she knows what a scarf is. She she knows what a watch is. She asks for her watch. She has three different watches at Mickey Mouse. She'll ask for her watch, and I'll ask her, which one would you like? The pink one, the blue one, or the gray one? And then I'll show her pink, blue, gray. Which one would you like? And she'll reach out for one. Oh, you want the pink one today? Let's put on your pink watch. Where does your pink watch go? On your arm, on your wrist. This is your arm, this is your wrist. Let's put your wristwatch on your wrist. So she's learning body parts, she's learning colors, she's learning objects, all of these things. And we don't go out of the house because she knows all this. She wants her necky, which is a necklace, is a biter necklace because her eye teeth are still coming in. So we give her something to bite on instead of us. Because when her teeth start hurting, she just starts gnawing. So we gave her a biter necklace. It has like food grade silicone on it so that she can bite onto it. And we don't leave without our necky. We don't leave without our ponytail holder because her hair is long enough where it's coming down in her face and she can't see. So we get our hair done in a ponytail. We put our necky on. We put our watch on, and she gets to choose her socks and grab her shoes. She knows where those go. When we leave the house, go get your socks and shoes. She goes to get her socks and shoes. She knows that when we go to potty, if her pamper is wet, she takes the pamper out of the bathroom into her room and puts it in the diaper pail. Let's go put your pamper away. She knows exactly where it goes. So I am teaching her where things belong. I'm teaching her order. I'm teaching her how to clean up behind herself. I'm teaching her objects, colors, uh, you know, how to groom herself and take care of herself, how to because she likes sparkly things. We got some little sparkly scrunchies, little bands to go on her hair. um it's got like little glitter. She likes sparkly and she loves colors. So I have to hide her favorite pants, which are like a fuchsia pink with black polka dots, and the black polka dots kind of have a little sparkle in them. Every day, if we let her, she would go get those pants and try to put them on and refuse to get dressed in anything else other than those pants. So we have them rolled up tight in the back of the drawer because it's summertime. Let's wear a dress. Let's wear some shorts. Let's wear. Nope. And she would tear, if you let her in that drawer, she would tear the drawer apart and she will find those pants. She has done it before. But all those things that you are doing, add descriptors to what you're doing. Add descriptions to what um, you are telling your child. Describe the food. This is yummy. Is it salty? Is it bitter? Is it sweet? Uh, Describe those things to them so they'll know what they're tasting. It tastes kind of smoky. It tastes kind of salty. All of those things help with their vocabulary also. You are teaching him vocabulary. It's so many things that are going on, cognitive wise, physical wise. All of these things you are teaching your child just in a normal conversation. I talk all day long, and you would think I'm talking to an adult because I'm very descriptive about what I say to her. I'm very descriptive about how I describe things to her. And now, um, when we go to the park, she goes up to the slide and she'll put her hand on it and say, hot, hot, hot. And I was like, yes, you're right, it's hot. And if it's not hot, she'll say, cold. I said, yes, it feels cool to the touch. So she knows the difference between hot and cold because I've taught her how to touch things before she gets on them so she won't burn herself. Now, she does it most of the time, but I make sure that I touch it, even if she's touching it and she's telling me what it is. I make sure that I am describing things to her, that I'm keeping her safe and teaching her how to keep herself safe. So all these things, that's different stages. And if you start now, by the time they make it to 18 months old, where my little girl is now, it'll be a habit. It will become a habit to you. It will become a habit to him. And he'll be able to tell you what he wants, describe what it is. And when she has her favorite, she loves noodles. Every time we sit down to eat, noodle, 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 noodle. No, we're going to have some yogurt and we're going to have some bananas. Nannies, nannies. Yes, we're going to have some bananas and we're going to have some strawberries. And she used to say Wawa for water. Now she says the full word water. Even when she says Wawa, I said, yes, I'll give you some water. Keep talking to them. And don't, I try not to, unless I'm playing with them, I try not to use baby talk and cut the words off because they need to know what the full word is. If I just said, oh, you want Wawa? Okay, let's have some Wawa. They'll continue to call it Wawa. Instead of saying Wawa, she says Wawa. Yes, I know you want Wawa, the water. We're going to get some water. I will reiterate what she's saying. Tell her what she's saying is what, because it's the beginning sounds, it's the beginning of speech, it's the beginning of her beginning to talk. But I also give her the full words of, and please, whatever you do, call your child by their name. My mom was a kindergarten teacher, and she would call the roll the first 4 or 5 days of school because kids, the first beginning of school, some kids are signed up, some needs, they got to have immunizations before they come to school, they got to do this before they come to school, they got to do this. So the first week of school is usually getting to know you week. um the second week of school, usually everybody that's in the class. My mom was calling roll, and she's like, now I'm counting 14 students and only 13 are present. Why am I counting 13? And the child that was not answering the roll when she called out his name, he thought his name was Pumpkin. That's all he knew was Pumpkin, because nobody had ever told him or used his real name on a regular basis. So my mama asked him, what is your name? He said, Pumpkin. So she called his name out and he didn't answer. She called out Pumpkin and he turned around looking at her like, what you want? He did not know his name, and she had to teach him by calling him his name on a regular basis. She started out calling him Pumpkin and then his name, and then she let go of the Pumpkin and then called his name, and he started answering to just his name. So, whatever you do, call your child by his name. It's okay to have nicknames, but make sure your child knows what their name is. Okay? I'm just saying. Because it's a shame that a child's going around thinking his name is Pudgy or Pumpkin or Pooh Bear or whatever name you come up with them with for them. Teach them their name so that when they go to preschool or when they go to kindergarten, because this was like, well, I was like 12 years old when this happened. So we're talking like 40 something years ago. Nowadays, people more people go to preschool instead of just waiting until go to kindergarten. Nowadays, kids go to preschool before they go to kindergarten. Uh, but teach your child your name. That's so important. Uh, my son loves his shoes. Yes, they do love shoes. Teach them where things go. Have a place for everything. Teach them where it go. Okay, y'all. Let's see what time it is. Okay, I have 15 minutes, 14 minutes. Any other questions? Because I have a parent conference, well, not parent conference, a coaching session. Oh, and If you all have not joined the Empowered Mama group sessions, please look at a link in my bio on Instagram, on TikTok. Please look at the link in my bio and click on Empowered Mamas, and it will take you to um, the sessions that are listed, and you can sign up for whatever session that you're interested in. On next Saturday, which is the 11th, June 11th, I will be in the kitchen. We are going to be making baby and toddler foods on June the 11th. We're going to be live. It's going to be live in the kitchen, but it's going to be on Zoom. It won't be on social media. It's going to be on Zoom. You have to sign up for the class. I will be teaching you about food combinations. I will be teaching you about some things you probably hadn't thought to try with your children that are nutritious and they taste good. So um, go over on my page on June the 11th. I will be live on a Saturday morning, and I will be teaching. We'll be in the kitchen cooking live. So if you're coming, go to your kitchen. Set up in your kitchen so you can learn how to make baby food. You can learn how to prepare snacks. It's summertime, so we're gonna make some popsicles, some fruit popsicles. There are I how old is James now? 10 years ago. Yeah, he's 10, 11. Yeah, I make pouches. You can make, those pouches that you can buy in the grocery store with the fruit and vegetables in it. Well, I like to order pouches and create like smoothie, make like a smoothie, pour it in there, throw it off in the freezer. hmm And I'm going to show you how to do that too. So, Saturday, June 11th, join me right here. Now, if you want to join, you need to do it now because the class is limited to 15 people. I will be doing it again next month, but it's limited to 15 people. So if you want to join and learn about uh, different things that you can use with your kids that are delicious, that they will eat, and not you won't have problems being the picky eaters. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. Because sometimes it's not just, thank you, Chelsea. Uh, is it Chelsea? Okay, I hope I said your name right. It's going to be at 10:30 on next Saturday morning, June the 11th. Um, I appreciate it. You're welcome. Is it Roya? Royal? Okay. Is it Royal? I hope I'm saying your name right. Uh, I hate botching up names, but join me, join me, join me. If I get a wait list, I might open it up to 30, but it's more, I get to answer more questions, which is why I started the group. I get to answer more questions and be more personal because sometimes, like I was asking, who is it? Uh, is it Ninja? No, the Branch Chronicles. Yeah, Ninja. I uh, sometimes have to ask questions like, how old is he? How are they walking? And depends on the questions that you ask. Sometimes it's, I feel like it's invasive for me to ask those personal questions to get to the root of the problem. I feel like it's invasive to ask them all across social media where billions of people can see and know about your child and know about your family. If it's in a contained space, a safe space, I feel more comfortable asking you about your child and getting to the root of the problem uh, instead of all across social media. Everybody don't need to know about your child. Everybody don't need to know the intimate details of your life across social media. Now, I share some intimate details because, hey, I have nothing to hide. But when it comes to the babies, I want to protect their innocence. I want to protect their I guess protect you as a mama and protect them as a child. And sometimes you just don't feel comfortable sharing all that information, and you just walk away. No, no, I'm not sharing all that with you on here, not on social media. Hold on, I have a question over here. Whoa. Okay, sorry. Dad picks up the baby. What do I say? Okay. What do you do if you have a family that is work from home and you got a baby waiting in a safe place? Dad picks up the baby. What do you say? Um, Usually, when parents do that, because trust, most of the families that I have worked with in my career as a nanny, a majority of them, either mom or dad, work from home. Right now, for the last 2 years, almost 2 years, I've had both parents that work from home, but that was because of the pandemic. But both of them work from home. And yes, it's hard to tell them, don't pick up that baby. Just because they're whining, don't pick that baby up. If they're not screaming and yelling, I got this. That's what you want to say. Stop sabotaging what I'm trying to do. What I say to them is, I have him sitting there so he can get used to waiting. And so that when you are here by yourself with your baby, instead of them crying and screaming and you not being able to get anything done or get any work done or even go to the bathroom by yourself, him sitting in this safe place where I know that nothing is going to come and harm them, it's for a purpose. It's to help you when I'm not here. It's to teach them how to be independent and play independently so that you can cook dinner, so you can take a shower, so you can get, some work done. If they can sit here and play independently while you work on the computer and get the last minutes to that important meeting done, this is why I do what I do. You coming to pick him up, that breaks a cycle that I'm trying to start. When you break the cycle, I have to start all over again. And that extra time that you could have in the mornings, where your child can sit in the crib and play by themselves while you at least brush your teeth and have a cup of coffee, that time where your child can play independently, that's what I'm trying to accomplish. And when you come and pick them up, is teaching your baby that if I whine, somebody's going to come and get me. If I cry long enough and loud enough, somebody's going to come get me. That's why I always say, learn your baby's cries. If you learn your baby's cries, you know when they're wet, you know when they poop, you know when they're hungry, you know when they're sleepy, and you know when they're sick. And then you know when they just want some attention. So learn your baby's cries. Let them play independently because it's going to help you in the long run. They will learn how to wait on you. When I have to go to the bathroom, I have to do something, I put baby girl in the playpen, or now that she's old enough and there's a camera in her playroom, I will put her in her playroom because there's nothing in that playroom except for her toys. And I know she's in a safe spot. And it gives her a little bit more room to roam. It's not a huge room, it's a small room. It's more like a little small office. But it's big enough for her to have toys, a toy shelf, and for her to roam while I run to the bathroom right quick, and I can see her and I can talk to her through the monitor. And I've taught her how to listen and react and do what I ask her to do. That takes time, that takes practice, and it takes patience. They're not going to do it the first time. They're not going to do it the second time. But it takes time over time. And when you practice doing that, and they know that you're watching, and they turn around and look at the camera, and they're like, okay, am I going to get away with this? I said, I see you. And she'll turn around and go the other way. So talk to them, let them know what your plan is, let them know what you're doing and why you are doing it because it helps you and it helps them. Because there's going to come a time when you're not going to be there. And it's going they're going to kick themselves in the behind. I should have let her do this. I should have let her, take care of do this to the child. Now, that doesn't mean that that he probably will stop, but he may slow down from picking the baby up so much. But it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to stop right away because just like with it's a habit. It's a habit and they have to break their own habits. And when they see it working, when they see it in action and it working for you, I wonder why they don't do that for me. Because you don't practice this, because you don't do this, because you go pick them up every time they whine and cry. There's a difference between a whine and a cry. Babies know how to self soothe. At a certain point, they know how to self soothe. And self soothing is not going to happen every time. There will be times when you need to go get that child. But if you don't give them the opportunity to self soothe, they will never learn how to self soothe and they'll become whiners at 18 months, at 2 years old, 3 or 4 years old. They're still whining about everything because you've never given them an opportunity to assess themselves and to um, give themselves time to calm down, give themselves time to say, oh, okay, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Okay, I can do this. All right, I'm safe. Let me go ahead and play. So give them time to do that. All right, I have got to get ready to go. Hello, Lexi. How are you? Yep. Your 15-month-old uh is doing well, hold on. I'm good, I'm good. Hold on. Let me give a quick answer because I got 1 minute. I got to be on a call in a few minutes, about 5 minutes. Okay, so your 15-month-old is starting to, when he doesn't get his way, he's starting to throw a fit. Okay, I understand that. Acknowledge his feelings. I know that you're upset, but and give him a reason why he can't do whatever he's doing, and then give him something that he can do. Now we can go and do this instead. Uh, Talk to him, like I said before to one of the other moms. Talk to him. Forecasting is what it's called. When you forecast to your child and you talk to them about we're going to do this, this, and this, and this, or I see you have the red ball, or I see you have the blue ball. Give them words for what they're doing. Give them words for what you're going to do with them, and they may not like it, but it gives them idea of order. We're going to go do this and then we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to clean up the room and then we're going to go potty and then we'll go outside. We're going to go to the bathroom and then we're going to comb your hair while we're in there and then we'll go in the room and we'll play. We're going to go to the kitchen. We're going to get in your high chair. I'm going to fix dinner while you color. Uh, all these things have actions. All these things have order. All these things come together and talk to them. Talk to them. So, yeah. Now, I hope I've answered at least most of your questions. Um, let's see. Hi, Nanny Miss Monique. What happened? How come you almost went to jail? I'll explain it to you later, Nanny Miss Monique. If you didn't hear the story, I'll explain it to you later. I gotta get on a call in just a few minutes. Only one bin at a time. Yes, 100% agree. Open the lid, close the bin, blue bin. Me too. Yes, open the yellow book. Can we stack the books together? One, two, three. We now have three puppy books in a pile. High five. Yes, yes, yes. We do the same. Yes. Hi, Pilot Jones. Hi, Allison. Hi. We do this too. It's the best way to teach. I talk to a child and sign to someone who can barely talk back. He signs, but he understands it all. Yes, sign language is awesome. I use sign language too. I'm a baby sign language instructor. Yep. Repeat, yes, repeat. Uh, yep. Yes, drive me crazy, moms. How my Bubba, no, baby, boo. Literally, Oliver knew his name. Now, Bubba, my boo. Uh, Fun. I got a recipe for you too. Yes, Fibro Nanny, send it to me in a message. We should do a video together sometime do baby led weaning. Yes, Fibro Nanny. Yes, let's do that because I've had a lot of people who ask me about baby led weaning. Uh, Contact me, please, because I'm getting ready to start a new series, and I want to be able to share everyone. Okay. Do you talk about your emotions with the infants? Yes, I do. I talk about my emotions with the infants. I'm sad. I'm angry, and I tell them it looks like you're angry, looks like you're sad, looks like you're upset about this, or you don't agree with that. I love how you turn that book. I'm frustrated right now with you right now. Sometimes we get choices. Right now is not is one of those times. I understand you're upset, but going to do this and then this. Yes, this is not one of those times. Okay. All right. All right. I will see you all. Mm, I might pop on Sunday because I'm not busy on Sunday. So I might be here on Sunday cooking something. But definitely see you all next Thursday and some of you next Saturday on the 11th. Uh, and you all have a good night. I'm going to go jump on my call and I'll see you all later. Thank you all for joining me and thank you for all the likes. I appreciate you and the follows and the gifts. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night.